no, 75 degrees right out there. The sun's out. There's no wind to speak of. And it's just absolutely beautiful. We're surrounded by pine trees, this water. Yeah, it's great. Downside, there's a few mosquitoes around, but take the good with the bad. My voice already sounds like it's going a little bit. It's much too early for that. I can hear the next truck coming, so I think our next truck will be coming into view here. We're going to check right over the hill as he comes in. You'll see where our car is parked over there. That's where we had to hike it in from this morning. Hoof it in, carrying our big heavy equipment and whatnot. Yes, I can definitely hear that's one of our race cars coming in next. This should be the Todd Bowles car. Let me double check on my notes here. Yeah, Darren Harris or Todd Bowles. Evolution heavy metal truck, and definitely sounds like it's beefy. We catch a glimpse of him through those pine trees right above our truck that we came in on the top of the lake there. There he is. Oh, he's whipping through there pretty quick. We'll stay on him, then I'll step to the other side and we'll watch him. That hill is so tough. When there's a big rock ledge at the top of that hill, you'll see him bounce probably right here. There he is. Bounced right over that ledge. Then it's a straight drop down, a couple of rocky areas. And step to the side here. You're going to see him drop down and come through this little hill. I should be over my head from there. There he goes, coming around here. Now he's getting into the sketchier section here. Our course workers are ready. Those wheels came off the ground. That's a little dip right there. Now in the GPS files, it does beep and let you know that that's a dangerous section there. You can see the front driver's side tire is already off the course, off the road a little bit. We hope it gets a grip there. The back tire now is going. They powered through that nicely. Good job. That is 1429 Darren Harris, but I think Todd Bowles is behind the wheel today. Now the drop down there and down to the water crossing. No problem there. Now up it. The rest of the way. Again, I believe we're at mile 102. I'll go check right now and see how Todd Bowles is showing on the track. That'll tell us where we're at. Okay, I'll be back with you guys in a second when our next truck comes into view. Again, thanks for watching the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. You see our next car coming into frame here. We are race, correction earlier, we're like race mile 108, 109 here, as they went on the track and to see when the cars passed us. So we're on race mile 108 or 109 here in the Pine Forest. You're looking at a very tough section of the course, as I mentioned before. They're powering through these. It's going to be a big lip up right here. Right under that shade tree will be a big lip up right there. And then they come around the corner into the sketchy section. They are slowing down a bit. There's that rock in the front left. Oop, they're barely nudging that front rock, but they're off the road on this side with the tire. Oop, they buried it in and they passed through. Okay, they're in. They made it. Here we go into the river crossing, the water crossing right here. Oh, nice little splash. Cool them off a bit. That is truck number 48. Truck number 48. And here comes our next car. Here comes our next truck coming. I'm hollering across the ravine, across this lake to our course workers who are trying to repair the damage the last truck just did on the course there. But again, that's a two-wheel drive vehicle. You can tell that for sure. The way he's just spinning that soft dirt up there to climb that hill. That's the hill we could not make in our truck on the way here. And there's that. They come over that, taking their time. Okay, very good. Nice job. Nice job. There's our course. We're putting some more dirt back in that spot to try to make it better. Now they're going down into the water crossing here, and that is truck number 183. That's truck 183. I'll tell you who that is in just a second. Okay, truck number 48, the first one by, that was Craig McCarthy. That was in his Geyser Trophy truck. And then 183, as I flip the pages here, that was Frank Russell in a 2010 Chevy, so an Evolution Unlimited truck. So I'll be right back with you here next. I'll see where the tracking shows and see who's coming up next here for this part of our race. Again, we're race mile 108, 109. And again, we appreciate you watching our live coverage here of the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. So here we have another buggy coming through. Should have no problem climbing this hill. These things are pretty stout. Looks to be another class 1. He's dropping down. There's a big rock and a jump at the bottom there, but we won't see that. But when they come around this corner, there we go. I'll catch the number as it goes by. Trying to watch the tracking, but I'm having trouble with the glare of the sun, so that's just how it is. But we'll figure it out. Here's our course workers telling behind him. We got another one coming behind him, so the cars are getting closer now. Faster through here. Looks like 185. I don't know. I'll tell you in a second, though. Truck behind that. Another truck behind that. Next truck coming. That right there in the class, that was 165. 165 is the class 1 that just went through. That was Dave Mason. Their class 1. That was Dave Mason in class 1. This next truck, looks like another trophy. Try to catch the number of that. Could be a spec truck, I don't really know. Can't tell. They're putting them through. He's going real slow, being very cautious here. And we got our next truck coming behind him up over the hills in the back there. Again, our chase teams are out there doing a great job. They're guiding the trucks through the... Looks like that road is just going to get narrower and narrower as this day goes on, so... And they made it through. They made it through perfectly. The other mic is charged, the red one. The red one. Now we're going to head down to the water crossing as our crew works on the course again. We got some horseback folks coming in to the right over there. Caballeros. This is a 6100. It's I believe it's 6151. It's Stacy Clark, 6151 Stacy Clark in the Geyser. 2016 Geyser. We got another buggy coming through right now. And the horse is crossing the road for some unknown reason there. We have a horse in the road. I was just off to the side of the course there, but kind of unusual. It's a good spot to watch right there if you have a horse. So this car is now climbing. Again, we're race mile 108. You are watching our live coverage of the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. We are in the section known as the Pine Forest, a section that's not very often raced. And it's taxing, and our crew is very busy at work trying to keep this one very narrow section of the course open. So we're watching our buggy here take it nice and slow through this part. They can see our course workers now. As they come around that little corner where we've seen people get air, as soon as they make that turn, they can see our course workers ahead. And our car looks a little bit narrower. I don't know, maybe those wheels are pretty wide. You can see the front passenger side right up against that rock. Oh, they're doing good. Their tire didn't even go into the dip on this side. Nice job. They must have scraped that rock and hugged it tight. That's Peltzer. I'll catch the number as it comes down here through the water crossing. I think it's a 1568. Charlie Peltzer in a Porter, 2008 Porter. So again, you are watching our live coverage of the 2022 Yokohama Norra. Yokohama Norra 500. Again, you are watching our live coverage of the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. We are located in the pine forest here on a section of course that hasn't very often been raced. For those of you just joining us, welcome. We have another truck coming over the hill right now. So we're going to stand here and try to catch the number. I'm just having a trouble with the tracking, so I can't be that exact for you, but if you're following along at home, the truck stopped in the course right there. Okay, they're good. They're going again. Not really sure what happened there. There's a lot of rocks and tough sections there. We drove through, but I don't know why it would cause him to stop. Maybe just getting their bearings again or something. Again, on these tracking systems, it will give you beeps and warnings of particular dangerous areas of the course. And again, they stopped on top. They might be having issues with their car, with their truck, because that's the second time they've come to a full stop here. The horse is catching them from behind right now. As you see the horse getting to the top of the hill. The caballero. Because I want to be a cowboy. No, not really. Okay, here we come, coming around the bottom here, onto the into the turn. Now they're gonna, boy, they're going slow. Something must have happened to their vehicle. Once they get through this water crossing, there's a place for them to pull off if they need to look at something. But until between here and there's really no space. Really no space for them to pull off if they're having an issue. But they are not going at race speeds, which in this section is not a bad thing. Coming into the tough area, they're going slow anyways. Hope it's not a power issue in case they need to power out. Front wheels precarious there, but I didn't hear them scraping. Ooh, they stopped. Don't stop there. Don't stop. Okay, good. They made it through. I'm not overselling that, by the way, if you folks at home. It's pretty treacherous right there. Someone is going to go off and slide down that day. I just hope no one gets injured during the process. Okay, we're looking at here. Truck, second of a series. Their partner truck went through earlier. And this is 6141. I believe 6151 already went through. Yeah, Stacy Clark went through, and that was Valerie Clark there. Class 1 probably has a better shot at faster, especially with the section. See our horses down here at the bottom of the cliff getting a nice, well-deserved drink of water. Little get-along little doggies are with them. Okay, we got the class 1 coming through. Of course, workers are giving them the heads up. I'm gonna watch the tire on our side to see if it goes off. It stayed on the dirt. Very good. Our guys are doing a good job over there keeping that road open. As we seen it lose a lane, and they added a backup, not a lane, but a tire track part of the lane. And we're going down through the water crossing here. See if I can catch a number. It looks like 63. 63 it is. That's Guy Evans. Guy Evans in a 2017 Alumacraft. Nice job getting through there. A little slow, but nicely done. We're getting a look down at our cowboy down here, working the way through. He's got the youngster on the back now. The dogs are rolling around. Oh, what a wonderful place to live if you're a little dog. He's going through the water, having a good old time. Our next car now is coming over the hill. We got our next car coming into frame here over the hill. You got another truck coming. Try to catch a number here for you. Oh, they stopped again too. A lot of them are stopping right there. They're probably getting that warning and they're just double checking their notes. Again, remember, this is the Norra Rally. There's no pre-running, so it's on course notes and GPS book. Into that little weeping sort of. I don't know if it's a willow. I don't think so. Did that nicely. Now our course workers are in view. They see that yellow caution flag too, so let's give them a little heads up. That might be Glidden. I can't see for sure. Can hear those brakes. I believe the mic's picking them up. Sounds like a lot of squeaking going on there. Nicely done. Maneuvered through there. You can see that's our truck waiting. When someone goes off, we got the winch and tow ropes at will, ready to get them back out of there if they go down. Now we got the water crossing coming into view. It's truck number 811. It was Trevor Glidden, yeah. Nice job. We have another buggy coming into view now, into our little lagoon pass here. Pine Forest Lake, whatever you want to call it. So now we have another buggy coming through right into our section here. It's going to get that little lip up. We had a little issue with one of our cameras. We're repairing that right now. So right now we're working with one camera. We'll still try to bring you the action. Right here, they're at that. Oh, this is a wide car. This class 1's a wide body. So let's see what it does here. I think we're going to see this. The driver's side tire will be off. Yeah, it's already off the track. Oh, let's hope they can get that through. Looks like they cleared it. A truck coming behind him. It sounds like a truck behind them. And there was a big class 1. It made it through. Now you're down in the water crossing here. A nice little splash. And that is car number 112. Nice getting it around the corner there. That was Christian Weber. That was a 2017 Alumacraft. Did a nice job getting through. And now our next truck is coming in here. Our next truck's coming into view. We got our one camera operating right now. We're repairing the other one behind me as I speak. Oh, they went the wrong way. They're backing up. They tried to take that little... No, you can't get through there. They tried to take that little road down. It looks like... When they're first coming, it looks like that's the course, but they realized quickly it wasn't. That goes straight into the water if they... There's no way around that one. So they're going up over the mountain there, dropping back down. Don't know if our camera's catching it. I believe we're back on. Nice job, guys. We weren't down very long at all there.
Thank you.
Yeah, we had a Starlink issue the other day at Tech. That was very unusual. Starlink went down for about 5 minutes and we were back on, but all good. Life is good. All right, here we go. They got that little lip coming over, and now they're going to see our course workers. There we go. I have an extra vest. I should give that to our course worker down there without one. Working the way through. Again, for you just joining us now, the far right side of that car, the passenger side of that car, is a big rock right there. So they got to go around that and the narrow part of the road. And the driver's side tires of the car, the left side tires overhang what's left of that road. And our course workers, after every car, are going back through with their shovels. That's not our course workers, basically. That's our chase crew doing it. So let me get that correct, our chase crew. And this is 6199? 6109. 6109. That was Tony Murray, of course, co-driving is Arnie Rios and Kyle Murray. That's another Geyser spec truck, 2016 Geyser spec truck. Did a nice job getting through there. And our workers are digging more dirt out of the side of that hill and throwing it back across the road. I think you're going to see our workers here with the shovel just digging out of the side of the hill and throwing dirt back in to try to give them some sort of something to grip on as they hang over the edge of that cliff there. Luckily for them, it's actually shaded, so they're not into the sun the whole time. But still, that's hard work after every car goes by to use the shovels and try to repair that as best they can. I'm going to talk. Tell me how far I can go. Temperature is climbing. A little cool when we got here today, but it's warming up quite a bit. Very nice day. Rough for our course workers. I'm going to walk out here a little bit and go to the edge of the cliff on this side. From right where I'm at is the drop off that feeds from here. You can see where I'm at, and from here quite a bit. And there's rocks in the river and ravine, and there's it's probably a dream right here with all these trees down and whatnot. And then it goes across the lake where you see our course workers behind me doing a fantastic job. Our chase teams. I keep saying course workers, but they're our chase crew, and they're doing a great job. One of racing of the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500, and it's in a section of course that hasn't been raced very much. So when you see the course workers over there, what they're doing is there's a very narrow section right there, the extreme narrow section, and a big rock. So there's no way to go on the right, and on the left the road is super narrow. And the first two trucks that went through took away the main part of that lane to get across. And so our chase crew is over there. They're working. They're waiting in case someone slides into that ravine there. They're ready to pull them out if necessary. But that's what they're doing over there, working on that. So you're watching them right there, and every truck goes by. They're just using their feet to pack it down as best they can now. But after every vehicle, they have to do a quick little repair. So it's a good thing they're there. They're slowing them down, which is a great thing. You know, we always want safety first, of course. We don't want to see some unnecessary vehicle drop into the ravine there. That wouldn't be good. Got a little lull here before the next car. I'm going to go try to check my tracking and see where we're at. Again, if you're looking in the background and you see that gray truck over there, well, that was our truck coming in, and we couldn't make it. So we had to park there, and we just had to carry all our equipment over here, and we got it up across, and then we got it to the water crossing, and the truck came across to grab it. You know, we had our Starlink and our cameras and everything else, so we had to get that across to our location up here to give you these fantastic views. Going back to live tracking now, checking it for you. Let me take a minute and see if I can find where we're at here. There we go. Again, we're about race mile 108 or 109 here. Yeah, 6109, I believe, was the last truck to pass us. Coming up next is 6130. That's another spec truck, and that's Joey Black. He should be our next truck according to tracking here, but there's a bunch of vehicles really close together. So Rich Paquette is behind him, and then Thomas Purcell, multiple veteran of Norra, in the Polaris Razor. I think he's our first Razor. And he's 3 back right now from them. So moving along pretty good. I think I hear it coming over the hill now. Yeah, there you see it coming into camera view. And that should be 6130 Joey Black. And there you can see Joey Black climbing up over the hill. So real quick, while I got him in here, I want, for all you Spanish listening folks out there, I'm going to have it explained to you how rough this section of course is and what they're doing.
Pues es una sección muy difícil, tiene una subida bastante dura junto a un acantilado que está pegado al represo, pero ahí hay gente de los barredores que están haciendo un excelente trabajo y después pasan por un pequeño arroyo.
Thank you. Gracias. Okay, guys, there you go. You see it now. You can see our truck. He's working through here. Our chase crew guys manning that section are telling him to take it easy, get around that rock. You can see they're brushing up against that rock, and another car right behind him. I said they were getting close together here. So that's Joey Black in front of you, and that's Rick Paquette coming in right behind him, coming in hot. So he's maybe a couple hundred yards back, but plenty of time to get through there, as it's a slow part of the course. Now we're into the water crossing here in front of us. Nice job. Joey Black there. Now this should be Rick Paquette. The Fabworks, Jake's Fabworks car right behind him. Another one. They're coming in hot and heavy right now. That's the first UTV. It looks like the Razor behind him. And that Razor would be Thomas Purcell. Boy, look at the Razor's just flying through this section. Look at that. The skinny little Razor's doing a great job in this tight part of the course. He made up so much ground just now. The Razor should have no problem getting through, as skinny as he is. Yep, he's going to go right through. No problem, no problem. There we go. They got right through. Good job. Excellent job. Now they got the water crossing here. Boom, right through that. Whoa, getting a big splash going through the water crossing. Excellent job. Excellent. Boy, if we had a drone up right now, we'd probably see a pass up here in a minute. Here comes one right behind them, working their way through. We got our next car coming. And that looks to be, I believe that's Hap Kellogg, our next car coming into frame here, climbing that rock dirt hill. So you have to climb a board up there. Oh, they're spinning. Two-wheel drive. He's spinning in that loose dirt. We know what that's like. we tried to get our truck up there. We didn't make it. Looks like he's got to back up and try it again. Car right behind him, though. We're going to try to zoom in on this section here as we got a Hap Kellogg having trouble getting up the hill, and he's got another car right behind him. P.J. Jones right behind him. P.J. got around him. That looks to be P.J. Jones. I was talking with P.J., and that car is something special. They used that car in the recent Vegas to Reno race, and he told me on the open straightaway there they hit 103 miles an hour. No, that's Hap Kellogg. Hap Kellogg did make it first. Then PJ must have made a wrong turn and went off that side road. He had to back up and come back in. Yep, there's a little road to that goes up the hill and a road to the right. It looks like it's a work road. So it looks like they made a little mistake, and now they're coming up and getting on course. Can hear him backing up and getting on it down. Well, there's Hap Kellogg. Made it through. He made it through our tough, sketchy part. And you can hear PJ there having some trouble back there, hoping to get into the soft stuff over there. I can hear him, but I can't see him. He should have been up that hill by now. Must have had some issue. And there goes Hap Kellogg, the Fab School car 521. They have turned around completely for some reason. Now they made it. They made it. They made their turn. They're at the. Wow, what happened? What happened to the car? Something that was super, super loose there. And then we had trouble getting up, but no, he's on the wrong road. He's on the wrong road. He's looking for a bypass. Yeah, he went up the high side road. Hope they realize it soon enough. They're going to have to turn around and come back. Saw one of our course worker trucks made a mistake, and that road comes up that mountain, but that's not on. That's a timely, costly error right there. If our camera catches them through the trees, sometimes but we're going to have to bring it back down. I believe that's P.J. Jones, and yeah, that's sad that they went off. Yeah, that is. Tracking showing. All right, hopefully they turn around. One Can-Am Maverick X3. Yeah, they're right here in front of us. We're at race mile 108, 8.5 or so, and it's showing them at race mile 108. Slightly off course, and it shows that they took that. Yeah, again, when we came in, it looked like it was the right road, but it's not. You have to back around. Looks like he turned around, or I can't quite see him, though. Meanwhile, we have another car coming over the hill. Yes, they're working their way back down. Now, we'll see him here to make this turn. Right there, they're back down. There's another. It looks like a spectator car, though, which now is going to be in his way. Okay. Here he comes. He's made it down. Now we're going to watch him. Yep. Now stay on the course. There you go. He's made it up. Okay, good. There's PJ. He's back. Up over the top of the hill. That cost him a minute or two right there. Shooting off course. coming into the tricky section, but that car should handle this no problem. It's a Razor, but some of these Razors are big now and wide, and but again, this is a very capable vehicle, which it had a great run in. I'm getting through in the water crossing now. PJ Jones. Heading off into there. Again, you are watching our live coverage of the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. We are day one of actual racing. Yesterday was tech and contingency. Today is race day one. The Safari class took the southern route today, which takes them down through Arendara, down Colonet Way, and then back across into Ensenada. That's the Safari class. The big boys and all the four-wheel vehicles, non-Safari, came on the northern route today, which takes them out Ojos Negros way and around up here through the pine forest, and then worked their way back into Ensenada via the goat trail. You see now we have another one of our race vehicles entering our camera frame here. Did not have my tracking on. I don't know who it is. We'll just catch him as it goes by. Looks like another one of those 222 Racing is what it looks like from here. But man, hill must have got tore up because they're all slowing down, getting to the top of that hill earlier. So Again, it was tough. We could not make it in our two-wheel drive truck, which is, we have a Toyota, two-wheel drive Toyota, and we couldn't make it. So, yeah. Anyways, but here we go, coming around. Yeah, zooming right along. See our chase streams guiding them through there. There we go. We got them right through. Like I said, those smaller razors like that or Can-Ams, narrow wheelbase are having an easy go. It is number 222. Good job with me guessing. Eh? There we go, car 222 whipping through there. Zipping around. I think it's our second UTV. Maybe it was our third UTV. There's PJ Jones, and then we had, I'm drawing a blank on the first, but yeah. Again, it's a time to race. Start order was. So even though they're coming through here, maybe third or fourth. This is interesting. They got the people getting the truck that's stuck on the hill, and they're driving right into the riverbed there. We're watching the, I don't know if the camera can pick that up. It's interesting. We're going to see if we can spin around and show that to you. Some of the locals, looks like they're trying to help their the little white truck that went up that hill and got stuck. There he goes. He's going down the hill now. We're going to try to catch him. There's going to go right into the water, working his way down that hill. Now they're guiding him in, so they live here. I guess they know what they're doing. Boom. Splashed into the water there, right down there. So very interesting. Or maybe that other truck is stuck. They're going right behind him like they need to tow him out. So we got that white one on the hill that got stuck going up, and then that black truck looks like he got stuck in the water, and now that other SUV appears is going to try to pull them back out. It's probably daily life here for the people that live in these ranches. No, he's driving forward. They're driving through. Very good. Looks pretty marshy. Again, we're just showing you some of the local folks here, although that truck does have a chase number on the windscreen. Could be coming up here to watch one of their teams. Of course, a lot of these cars have chase numbers from tons of different races. And there we got another UTV coming. I can hear in the background a buggy or UTV. It's going to be coming up over the hill here in just a minute. Can hear him working his way back. It is it's a buggy or UTV. I can't really tell. Looks like a UTV. Sounds like a UTV. Coming through, beeping the horn. Try to get my tracking back up here in a minute. So we're just going to eyeball it. I'm going to eyeball along with you at home. It is a work day, so some of you at work, we're going to work this together. And again, we do appreciate you watching our live coverage of this 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. Day 1 of 2 days of racing. Coming in under the trees there, into the shadows and back out. Coming in his little jump step right here. No problem going over that. Coming right through the narrow spot. They're slowing him down to get him through the narrow. They're getting him through there. I'm going to make sure our chase guy has a safety vest. I'm going to carry on over there. I'm going to leave it with you for a minute. have our next car coming into our play. We have our next one coming down here. We have our next car coming through here. Course workers bringing them through. Chase team, or chase crew. We have 2 of our chase vehicles here working. And making sure they all get through there. Having them slow down is going to save them a lot of trouble from digging them out of the bottom of that ravine. Very good. And that is car number 199, I believe. Yeah, 199. I'll tell you who that is here in just a sec. That was Tommy Wadden in a Streamline Class 1 Bug, 2002 Streamline Class 1 Bug. Okay. All right, these ranchers got their cars out of the way down there that were stuck in a little water crossing. So they're going to head back into their daily life. They're nervous, thinking someone's behind them, but we're telling them up here from our vantage point that they're clear. They're clear for now. They're going to get out of there. I want to get this safety vest to him over there. He's standing in the shadows. He's stopping cars. The guy in the hat. I think he should have this on. I have it. Can you walk across? What? Can I walk across there without getting wet? Let's see how far this bike carries. I'll keep my mic in my hand.
Okay.
Okay. It goes pretty far. So. We're taking a trek down the hill here into the water crossing. I have to work my way out here now. It's a pretty tough section to walk down here. I think we're good right here. I got that. I hear a car coming over the hill. We'll try to get the number for that. I'll be right by the water crossing, I think, when that car gets here. Working his way down. As I'm climbing down the hill on the wireless mic, not sure how far it's carrying down the hill. I'll look back and see do we still have audio? Yeah, we're good on audio. I'm right down along the race course here. See me is to the water crossing. I'm heading right back here, right along the course here by the water crossing. On me down, we have one of our Norra photographers here. So we're still good on audio. I am up here along the course. I'm going to step up onto this hill where I'm a little safer. Right here. I'm in the water crossing now. I'll tell you who this is. It's car number 1919. That's Barnhart. Car number 1919. Do you have an extra one? He should wear it. He's in the shadows. He needs to wear that. Got one coming. Okay, we're here. We're going to cross over. I'm going to meet our team here as soon as this truck. I'm going to cross the water crossing now. Nice. Have one for him? Okay. Okay. Coming. So you see our chase team, our chase crews are slowing down the truck to make sure he gets through there safe. Standing down here now at the water crossing as we get that truck coming through. Again, it's a super narrow section and he can't go because there's a giant rock that sticks out there. Not going to move. So I know the chase crews are taking him through there nice and slow, but maybe slows him down 20 seconds. That cliff. So here we're coming around the corner here. That is truck number 72. Truck right here. Motorsports. Kevin yesterday, pretty excited. And Kevin's pretty excited about that. So I'm going to head back up into our top area where the cameras are. I'm getting my low battery on my microphone note, so I'm going to cruise up there and out. Oh, you know, we've got one in reserve, so no problem there. It's pretty nice being right on the course. Water. Again, we are in the course. This is our live coverage of the 2022 Yokohama. Got stuck behind a big tree. Huh? Thank you. Heading back up. Ta-da. Okay, now I'm climbing back up into our camera viewing location. I would say we've had about a third of competitors come through already. More heading this way. When I get back up here, I'll pull up tracking again and see what's out there for us. We had some late entries yesterday. Max Gordon, and of course, son of Robbie Gordon. They were a late entry. I haven't seen them come through yet. But again, it all depends on how they start. A little bit better. We are back up here at Command Central, located high above our water feature here, little lagoon, lake, whatever. Another little lull in the action. I can hear a car not too far into the distance, so we've got someone coming here shortly. Meanwhile, we're here at race mile. We've narrowed it down. At first, we thought we were like 102, 103, and then 106. Then we narrowed it down with tracking as cars pass. It looks like we're 108.5, give or take a mile or two. I don't know, but we're guessing that's where we're at. Beautiful area here. As our camera's picking up, we got a slight breeze now, and you can see it glistening off the water there. Beautiful. It kind of looks like I don't know if you folks have traveled the U.S. at all. Down in Louisiana and Arkansas, some of those marshy lakes down there, kind of looks like that. With those trees coming out of the water. It's very pretty. Well, with the exception of the big mountains behind it. Again, it's a treacherous, for you guys just joining us, it's a pretty sketchy section of this course. There's some hill climbs with a bunch of loose dirt. There's some massive rocks you have to navigate over, bounce over, as you see on the one under the little willowy palm tree over there as it comes around. On the next car you'll see. And then where our chase workers are over there, they've been repairing the road every time a car goes by, and they're slowing them down because there's that big rock on the side where you can see the people in our orange vest now. There's a big rock over there. There's not much room, and the first two trucks came by and took away any part of the outside tire lane. So they've been repairing that as needed as every car goes by, and they're slowing them down quite a bit, bringing them almost to a stop at times. But, you know, safety first. You know, it might delay them, let's say 30 seconds tops probably. But if they go down that, they go off and slide down there, they're going to be down for a long time and maybe even worse. So, you know, a little bit of a delay right there to get through that section is a lot safer overall. And they still have quite a long distance to go to finish. Remember, this is day one of day two of racing. You don't want to end your day one of racing early on. The sun has just popped up behind a cloud, and the temperature is picking up here. Although, luckily, there is a slight breeze that just now in the past 10 minutes or so kicked in. So it's making it kind of nice out here. It's a good day to stay hydrated. Here comes our next car over the hill. Looks like another UTV. Looks like to be a Razor. Our camera's zooming in on it now. You can see him coming right into your frame there. Now it's going to climb up that really loose section of hill where a couple cars have already had to stop and readjust. No problem. That little Razor popped. Those cars are amazing. They're just amazing. I'm going to come under that right around here on the palm. Take that left and head in. There's another little lip. They're going to come around under this willowy palm. We got another one right behind them, so the racing is picking up. Another little jump right there. No problem. Just bounce straight over. Now they're coming across. There's our chase crew slowing them down, bringing them in slow. Those little cars, they could probably go a little faster because they do have not as wide of a base on them. But again, they're getting through no problem. They made it through no problem there. I'll give you the number as it gets closer. As it gets into the water crossing, I'll be able to tell you the number. The next one behind him it's a buggy behind him. We'll get that number. This is number 2977. Boomer Jacks Racing. I think Rossi's working for them out there. Rossi, if you're watching, hi. So here's another one. That's a Cheneth right there. I think that could be Mark McMillan. It looks like a Cheneth car coming through. A narrow body. They got through that. No problem. They're on their way. Can't tell for sure. It is 23. That's Mark McMillan. Off-road member of the Off-Road Motorsports Hall of Fame, Mark McMillan. Yeah, it looks like him behind the wheel, actually. Nice job. They made it through there pretty smooth. Those Cheneth, that's a reliable car, those Cheneth vehicles. Many, many wins under their belt over the years. And as you see here, our chase crew members are out there, and you can see the bag in hand. They're walking around and just picking up litter as we go. Again, at Norra, we want to make sure that we leave the place even better than where we found it. So they're out there picking up garbage in the bag, doing a great job, keeping the environment safe and pretty out here for everyone involved. And all y'all that are watching us right now, I know a lot of this course has really good service for sale, and you're probably watching our coverage. If you see trash around, it only takes a minute, grab a bag and pick it up. You know, make the place cleaner. Mexico's a beautiful place. Let's keep it that way.
Oh, no, no. That's okay.
Very good. We're trying to find some of our people in here. We got two cars back to back. Back to back. They're like 8 feet apart. This could be very interesting. Yeah, I don't know who they are, but we got, they might be putting a push to pass in there, but there's nowhere to go. They stopped right there. They are going to get around, and they passed. That's where the push to pass might have worked. Or they just got lost on the turn, that rough hill. Two-wheel drive. That's a two-wheel drive for sure, climbing it. Made it to the top. Now he's got to come down. Now the car behind him is getting a running start. No problem for that second car. But again, there's not much room to pull off anywhere until they get past this creek bed. There's no spot up here, really. Now they're getting through, coming into our sketchy section right here. So we got our chase guys are out here. They're doing good work. He's beeping behind, but there's no place to pass right here. So this is interesting. They got to slow him down to get through this. Up here, can't hear any of the. And we were already missing a fender on the front of that truck, but getting through in there. Interesting. Oh, and it made up to the hill. Okay, these guys are coming through the second car, no problem. Now there's possibility there's room for passing down here at the bottom. Let's see if a pass takes place. We have our cameras on it. I'm stepping over here in front. Yeah, they're going for the pass right now. That's 821. They're pushing. When they get out of this ravine, there is room right around this corner here. Let's see if they get around. 1989 trying to pass. Not yet. Didn't let him around yet. Actually, there's kind of some room there. They should have let him around. Yeah. As far as I can see, there's still, oh, maybe? Nope, there's still bumper to bumper there as far as I can see him going. Here we got our next one coming. Right down into this water crossing. The water crossing is actually not that hard. It's sort of hard pack. A soft hard pack, if that makes sense. It's car number 79 right here. Yokohama sponsored. Appropriate for the Yokohama Norra 500. And that was, James said, in his 1993 Ford Bronco. Good looking car, actually. Good looking truck. Got some clouds building up over the mountains here. Hopefully we don't get an afternoon shower in here, but we're in the area where that happens, up into the hills here. Another UTV working its way through the tough section, but again, they're pretty narrow. They should have no problem getting through. So they're bringing them in. Safety first, getting them through there nice and safe. No problem for these guys. Oh, his right wheel was actually on the edge there, so I wonder if that road's narrowing up some more. Oh, no, it's kind of a wide stance on that UTV. And they might have extended it a bit. Having fun in that water crossing. That's car number 88, which is piloted by Don Mankey. It's a 2022 Razor Pro, brand new 2022 Razor. We have another one now coming into our frame here. It's coming under this our little shady pine tree down there. It's going to drop into our opening. Here we come, right there along this waterfront. Very quiet car, nice and smooth. Well, just barely can hear that engine. They're going to slow him down and get him through the danger section there. They got them through the area. Now you're going to see our next camera is going to pick them up right here. They're going to drop down into the hill and into the water crossing. Maybe get some splash, cool themselves off a bit. No, they went around the mud. Nice. Nice. That is car number 27. Car number 27. That's Chris Cowell, along with co-driver Rob Seamus. And that's a 21 Can-Am Maverick. Quiet. Quiet car. Sounded nice. I can hear our next one coming, but I can't see it yet. There it is, just cresting the hill. The one yellow light in front. Working up the hill. She's the hill right there, and then it's straight up, and then pretty good quick descent on the other side. And there's a sharp turn at the bottom, and then you come right into play along the water here. They're coming into our section. Oh, that's a narrow our car. It should have no problem getting through here. They're still going to slow them down. Yep, they're bringing them right along. Yep, they got him pretty good. They can see that was a narrow car. They got him through pretty quick. Nice. I think when we see some of the single-seaters, like Julie Boyer's in a single-seater, she's pretty narrow. They make it this far in the race, they're going to get through. I think that's car number 1900. Let me take a look here. 1980? 1900. 1980. It was a pretty good year. Going to tell you who won the World Series, but I don't remember. 1980, let me think. Like the Baltimore Orioles or some obscure team like that. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see 1980. Don't have a 1980, so it was a 1960. Maybe it was 1960. And yeah, if that was a 1989, I don't know. There are a bunch of Polaris there with that same number. 1989, 1960. There was either, and they're both Polaris, it's hard to tell. It was either Alan Alexander or Renee Hudson. She was our 2018 champ in UTVs, Renee was. Might be time to take this hoodie I have on under my shirt here. It's getting pretty toasty these last few minutes here. I do it on camera, but then we'd have to charge. So again, we thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. They pulled off. They pulled off there, and they must have an issue because they did pull off next to where our truck didn't make it. So I don't know what's going on there. They pulled right behind our truck. Our camera's got them, though, so we're going to see what happens over there. And now they're back up on the road, so... Oh, they think they're going the wrong way. That's right where there's a turn there. No, don't go that way. And they're going up the wrong way, the same way that... Yep, they're going up the wrong way. They should be getting the beep. They make it uphill. It's the same P.J. Jones earlier went up that road. It came in that way, and it like that should be the course, but it is not. It is not the course. So we'll see how far they get up the hill. We can see them through some of these trees and little rock. Nixon Crane, that car right behind them is gone the right way. Here we go. That's one way to pass when the driver in front of you makes a mistake. They got around him. He's coming the right way here, and that, don't know if that's a UTV or not. It's pretty tall. But they had no problem getting around, so we'll see. The other car must have turned around because there's a spot up there above the trees where we can see if it gets up. They must have realized their mistake, and now they're going to turn back around and work their way back down. We'll get the numbers for all these as soon as they get in front of me here. Yes, they are. They turned around. They're going to work their way back down and get back on course. Meanwhile, they got passed by this white vehicle. It's coming into the shady area where the sketchy part of the course is. Cruise up and get a tree in front of me. There, the course workers slowing them down. They're getting them right through there. It's another narrow base car. They got through no problem. And they're on their way. Good job. Good job. Nice job getting through. Not only did he stay on course and get a free pass around the car in front of him, but did a great job maneuvering that really tough, narrow section of course. That is car number, looks like 38. And walk over closer to this water crossing here and give you a better view of that number. It is car number 38. Nice job on that. Now our next one, our wayward racer, is now back on course. So we're back 38. That was William Franklin with Brant Anderson co-driving. That was his Polaris Razor. And right now going through our real sketchy section with our course workers in the orange vest guiding them through, making sure they make it through there safely. And they're doing a great job. These guys work so hard today, these course workers. They're our chase crews, actually. They're our chase crews that became basically course modification guys. Course repair, we should call them. That's our chase teams. So now we're dropping down here in to the water. And this is car number 13. Mockingbird Lane. That was Mark Tiraldi, along with co-driver Cole Holland. We spoke with them at Tech yesterday. Nice guys looking to have a great time down here. Want to use this race and see how it goes, and then want to get some more interest and bring it back for the Norra 1000. So Cole's first time down here. So hopefully they have a good race today. A little bit of a off course there, but hey, there's lots of turns on this course. He doesn't miss one or two. No biggie. The main part is they didn't run into any trouble, and they're back on course, and they're off racing. Again, we appreciate everyone watching our live coverage here of the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. YouTube is YouTube Norra 500 search, and on Facebook, we're on the Norra page on the Norra Facebook. So again, if a lot more cars still to come. I don't think we're halfway through vehicles coming through here yet. If you have friends and family, or you know somebody that maybe they have their uncle race, give them a call and let us know that we are live. We're about race mile 108 of today's first day of 2 days of racing. Today, the Safaris took off earlier this morning, and they took the southern route. The Safari class is a great class. Don't quite go at race speeds, but they do part of the course, and they get the racing experience and get to do everything that the racers do. So they go on the course today that the rest of the field will take tomorrow. So this morning, the four-wheel drive vehicles all took the northern route, which brings us to where we are here today. They started from Ensenada, Os Negros, do the zigzag back and forth, then they come up here into the race course. It's very often. Norra raced it previously, and we're allowed back in again this time. So it's here, but it's the second time we've been up in the pine forest with Norra, and it's just a beautiful area. My first time up here. Just water, there's trees, you see some wildlife, there's some cowboys hanging around some of these ranches, running through the water with their dogs. It's just a very nice area to race. If you've been in back in the southeast United States and some of those lakes and stuff, like Arkansas, Louisiana, kind of looks like that with the trees coming out of the lake here. Water, there's fish in that lake. We've seen some things jumping in the water there. Not sure what type of fish it'll be, but something in there. And again, but we're in a section of the course here. As you look out, it's very, very narrow and a very sketchy part. We tried to get in our truck earlier this morning coming in, and we couldn't make it in one of our trucks, a Toyota two-wheel drive. We couldn't make it, so we had to back up, and we parked. You can see our truck, the silver truck, parked way off to the back when the cars first come into view over the top. So we had to gear up to our vantage point here on the other side. Right behind me, you see the orange vest over there. That is our chase crews that got here early and set up with anticipation of somebody going off right there. It's a very narrow section. It drops down into the water there. There's a rock on the top part of the course, and it's very narrow, maybe 10 feet of roadway, maybe. And it's soft. And the first two trucks through, as they powered through it, they weighed that left tire mark, the driver's side tire path of that. So our crew's been out there doing a great job. They got shovels, and every time a truck goes by and eats some of that rail, they're filling it back in with dirt from the side over there. They're slowing them down. You're seeing them going up and showing the X hands and making them stop, especially the wider body vehicles. We saw some race and mess with too much through no problem. But the bigger trucks, the full-size trucks, not a lot of room. So they're making sure they get through there safely, and they're doing a great job. Our chase team's out here, so good job with that. But again, race mile 108, we still got we're bringing the live action. I'll let you know their numbers as they come through. But again, we appreciate you watching our live coverage of the 2022 YOKOHAMA Norra 500.
Here,
better.
Yeah, it's better. Much better.
No interference.
Hi, Papa. They're having lunch.
There? See our chase team over there, a little low on the action. They're taking a quick break and grabbing some of their burritos they had stored in the cooler from this morning. On our way out, we stopped on the side of the road there at the just about where that new section of the bypass is. There's a person that sets up there every day, and they're pretty famous around the local area for burritos, 20 pesos each, and we got a handful in the cooler over there, but yeah, it's too far from where I'm at right now. I should have planned that in advance and carried some with me over here, but nevertheless, they'll taste good, and then if I'm hungry now, I'll be hungry in 2 hours, so I can just wait for then. So again, we hope you're enjoying our coverage here today. You saw Sean Cermini this morning at the start line, giving the drivers their way out of Ensenada, getting them on their way. We're bringing a live action here on the course, race mile 108-ish. We narrowed it down pretty much. We think that's pretty damn accurate, but we don't know. I hear a car off the distance. We should see one entering the hill here in a minute. Got the buzz of the generator behind us a little bit, but it sounded like I heard a car. Walking closer up, so the generator noise isn't in my ear. Well, I'm going to try again to pull up tracking. Let's see what I can do. Oh, going to need my device that gives me tracking, which I don't have on me. Magically, I'll just know. Probably not. Ta-da! Pulling up our tracking now. It's very quiet out there. Bringing tracking up. Here we go. That's that car I heard now coming into view. You can see that right there. Looks like a Volkswagen. I believe that's Ryan Balajon in a 1960-ish Baja Bug. It's 1960 with a question mark, so 60 era Bug. Looking pretty good, coming right into us here. Again, he should have no problem. It's a narrow car. They should let him get through there relatively quick. But again, always err on the side of caution. Get him through here. Oh, they're getting him in. He's coming. He's narrow. Let him go. Very good. Plenty. He had an extra tire up mark out there. Good job. Got him right through there. Here he comes. Nice, nice. Nice and smooth transition there. And now we're dropping down into our water crossing. A little bit of splash there. That is 555. Ryan Byler-John. Nice. Car sounding good going through there. Let's see who's next behind Ryan. We got a couple really close together. I'm going to try to give you who they are. Coming up next is... Come on, if I was a tracker, I would open up. There we go. T. Bradley Milner in car number 1978. But there's someone right on top of him. I got to zoom in to get the other car there. There we go. And then behind him is 721. John Breckshot. Those are our next two cars coming. They're both within a mile of this location, right? A mile or 2 miles of us right now, so they should be cresting the hill shortly. Looking at the date, it looks like Milner will be the first car we see coming top. Time to rehydrate here. Grab a quick sip of water while we have this break. Not quite beer 30 yet, but so room temperature water will have to do the trick for now. Okay, so we believe our next car will be 1978. A fine year then, 78. I don't have them on my sheet, so must have been a late entry. So I don't have what type of vehicle it is, but 19, I'm assuming it's a UTV. But again, the numbers in Norra don't necessarily reflect numbers in other racing series. And 236, Dane Cardone is also getting close to our area as well. He's within 3 miles of us, so he should be here shortly. Again, it's a rough section, but there's a part of it down there that's a pretty good straightaway, so you can have some good speed on it. But again, then there's washouts, because as you know, the hurricane that did come through did send some rain. I don't know what rain is, but it sent some rain up here, and it did cause some washouts on some of these flat roads. We came across them this morning, and you know, we were lulled into a sense of security, and then all of a sudden we had to hit the brakes a little quick because we saw a big washout there. It blends in nicely to the color of the road. So I think our next car should be 1979 T. Bradley Milner. And there it is coming over the top of the hill now. That does look to be a UTV, so that's holding form with what the tracker is saying. Ah, they slowed down a lot, almost to a stop right there. Oh no, they're going to take the wrong way. Don't take the wrong way. Don't do it. Come on. I'm telling you telepathically, don't do it. Ah, good, it worked. It worked. My force of telepathic communication is strong. Okay, now they're glad they didn't take that wrong turn. They're on the right course now. Here they come our way. Oh, the other car right behind them catching up. See that little, boy, those little decisions like that, it can mean a difference in place. So we got two together. I'm not sure if that's 1979 or first or second now, because they were further apart than that on the tracking. But we'll see. Again, if tracking doesn't update right away, then as we all know from following tracking at home and elsewhere, it could be that way. So they're working together, probably both in frame shot, I don't know. Cresting the hill right here in front of us now. Now it's a little bit of wider body on this UTV, so let's see, they're going to slow them down a bit. Get them across. And they're on the rock. They have room. They're not overhanging. They're doing good. They're doing good. Okay, they made it. Nice job, and now the one right behind them looks to be a narrower car. They might not even have to be as slow getting through here. So let's see what's going on here. They're coming through, and our first one here is car number 721. This is 721 right here. That's the car that's passing us right now. Again, I said those two cars were right together. And this is the Milner car. 721 was John Bruckshot. And now this car right here in front of us, 1979, And that's T. Bradley Milner. So nice, really close together there. A little bit of racing here at race mile 108.5, race mile 108, 109 right there. That just tracked right now, 109, so I guess we're at 109. We keep getting deeper into the race. We started thinking we're at 102. Now we're at 109. But we said ish all the time. We always had ish. Ish gives you a lot of leeway. Except for the girls for Ish Racing, who do a great job. They're not in this race today, though, but we always love following them and cheering for them. They're on their frame. They need a bigger car to get out.
Like,
We're not. If you heard that over there, we're talking about a local car that's above the water. It looks like a ranch car or something. Looks like it's got a motorcycle in the back, though. I don't know. Okay, so let's see who's coming next. No, I need to refresh this here. Right, Dane Cardone is showing up next on here. Got the 1999 Ford F-150. We should be hearing him any second. Now, he should be coming over the hill into our camera view. Should be a Ford F-150, so they're going to have to slow them down. The full-size trucks definitely have to go slower at that crossing where our chase teams are, sweep teams. Here it comes over the hill. Yep, boom. Just like it's that big yellow Ford F-150. Moving at a pretty good clip. As I say that, you see him struggling getting up that hill. He powered through it, though, with that two-wheel drive. It powered up there. Had to be two-wheel drive the way it went over the hill, because four-wheel drives aren't any trouble at all. Now they're working their way back down and go into the shadows there and then come out onto the water. Here they come now into the sketchiness. We'll see our crew take care of them here and slow them down. They're going to have to almost stop as wide as that truck is. Yep, they're stopping them, and they're going to baby them through. They're going to baby them through right there. So, okay, they're coming. We got our cameras on them. Hopefully they stay on course. You guys on this side, watch that driver's side front tire. It's right living on the edge. You can play the Aerosmith song in the back. Ooh. Ooh, they got a little bit. I wonder if they had to touch the rock with the back of their truck. That's what bumped them over a bit. But they made it through. Good job. Another good job for our Norra crew out there. Getting them through there safely. Truck number 236. Dane Cardone, 1995 Ford F-150. Got both his spare tires still full on the back. That's a good sign. This vantage point we have here of watching this race is truly beautiful. I wish you could be out here, but it's not really fan-friendly to get to this point. As every one of my crew right here just looked around and like nodded their head in unison like, yeah. So it's not easy to get to out here, but, you know, that's this part of the race. This particular course hasn't been raced in a number of years. Recently, Norra did it for one of the previous races, and we're back here again. But beautiful ranches and scenery, but again, you're looking at a tough go around here. The boys are looking at that rock over there. I think that truck, they're trying to move it. Well, they're doing something there on that rock, but I think that yellow truck, that last one through Dinko, I think he might have just barely clipped it because that front end just like popped over an inch or two. You could actually see it on camera. It's like they're trying to dig something out from under it. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. I got something out. They look like they're accomplished. They're happy with what they did. Anyway, look in the other. We got a close up of it. You guys might be seeing it. I'm not, because I'm just wandering around aimlessly. Now we're back down to the crossing. I'm trying to see what they did at that rock. Looks like they were digging something under the bottom of it. Okay. Looking at our big monitor here, as we got another car coming over the hill. Looks to be another UTV, and we're zooming in here to this rock here and see what they're looking right at the bottom of that rock, and I think that truck clipped it, but it's again hard to see there. But again, if you can see the road right under that rock, it looks like there's a fresh scrape there. That wasn't there when we came through, so, and that little white mark there you're seeing too. So I think that last truck, here we come though, we got another UTV coming right into play. We got our crew there. It's a narrow car, so they should let them go through pretty quick. Now they're stopping them. Let's see what they're doing here. I don't think he should have much of an issue. They should get him through. Just pointing out the dangers. They're coming through. Okay, very good. Yeah, he's plenty. Those cars are making a good job get through there. Good job. I can hear him talking. Heard the crew tell him good job as well. They got through. Give you the number on this one here. I think I mentioned it earlier, but yeah, I don't remember what I did 5 minutes ago, so can't recall that number as well. Looks like car number 93. That is a 2018 Arctic Cat. That's the Wildcat, 2018 Arctic Cat Wildcat. That's Mario Gutierrez Sr. A lot of folks, a lot of co-drivers on it. Scott Lesage, Nick Almada, Shane Drake, Scott Lesage. We said Scott Lesage already, but yeah, so the co-drivers on there as well. But Mario Gutierrez Sr., driver of record of that car. Nice job. It's a good-looking car, that little Arctic Cat Wildcat. I didn't see him on my tracking, so. And you guys that are commenting on YouTube, I appreciate it, but I don't really have the ability to respond back to you, but thank you for the comments. By that, I mean, we didn't bring a sunshade, so we're out here in the glare. I'm the glare of looking to that, and then I have to jump back into tracking and jump back into the racers. It's just making it difficult for me to follow along with you all on YouTube, but do appreciate it. Also, you Facebook followers as well. Thank you for watching. Again, this is our live coverage of the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. Yeah, you guys are asking me there on the YouTube who's leading what classes and so on. I don't really know. Maybe you can go to tracking at where you're at and see if you can go overall and then see if you can mark them back. Again, we don't have a cover, so everything I'm looking at's in the glare, and it's just hard for me to tell. And I am just out in the middle of the field up in the pine forest, so trying to help as best I can. And anything I can do is tell you who's coming by and who they are and what they're driving. Again, we're staying with you today and bringing you all this live coverage. Hopefully it's exciting for you. I got another truck I can hear coming up over the hill. Should jump into our camera frame here in a second. Right through that pine tree. There it is. Here it comes. Looks to be another UTV. Some of these UTVs are four-wheel drive. The four-wheel drives just fly up that hill. And that hill, they're at the bottom of it here. That's where some of the guys have turned the wrong way. Oh, full stop. Don't go the wrong way. Continue on. Nice. Okay, they're going correct. Very good. They're climbing up that hill. The problem when they stop there, too, is they lose all momentum and it's loose rocks. Nah, they made it no problem. Come on, shadows along our water. It's another narrow body one. I don't think our crew's going to slow him down too much. They'll get him through there. Our camera's got a really tight view of it here. Just tell them to slow down. They're bringing them through, pointing out the rocks. Tell them to stay tight to the rock. Well, they are. We're looking at the edge there. You can see how close, and that's a smaller car. Look how close they are to the edge there on that drop-off. 902, car number 902. That's Gregory Powell. Nick Garvin co-driving for him there. Gregory Powell in number 902. It's another one of the Can-Ams. Car sounds good. We got our next one coming into frame here as well. We'll just try here and catch the number as they come and relay it to you. Take a sip of a sun-dried electrolyte. Sun-dried, but sun-heated. Car number 64. I think that's Bacon. It is. That's Ned Bacon. Ned and Kat Bacon. They're slowing them down. Oh, they passed pretty good. Going into our water crossing. Ned and Cat Bacon going across there. Looked like they didn't like our crew telling them to slow down over there, but yeah, that's just how it is. On a side note, the horchata flavored electrolyte that's sitting in the sun for an hour, not that tasty. Just let you know. Yeah. Yeah, we probably have a cooler in our truck over there, but we didn't carry that because we had to traipse all the way across this area with the equipment. A little rehash. This is race mile 108, 109, day one of racing for the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. The Safari class took the southern route this morning, and the rest of the four-wheel vehicles took the northern route. That's what we are on today. Tomorrow, the Safari class will come this route. They're going to skip this section, of course. But they're going to take the northern route tomorrow, and the rest of the four-wheel drive vehicles will take the southern route. So, and you guys out there that are watching this broadcast today that are in the area here of, Baja, just south of Ensenada, or inland a little bit by Valley T, whatever, the race is coming your way tomorrow. Coming down, heading down to where we start at Santo Tomas, jumping out to the highway, coming in the Arendara paved road, and then jumping into the riverbed. If you know the area, jumping in by the bridge down there at the riverbed, heading out to the ocean, climbing the hill, and then heading south along the coast, down Colonet Way. And Colonet, they're going to work their way back up through, and then come back and hit the highway for a little bit, then turn in at La Calatura Road, take the Calatura Road across into Valley T, and then work their way back on pretty much normal race course that had been raced before, a few twists here and there, but otherwise. So you guys that watch the race in Valley T and watch the race down in Colonet, get out there and support your favorite drivers for Norra here. Just make sure you put yourself in a safe place in which to watch the race. I run to a riverbed, that goes for you guys as well. Be safe out there. Find a good spot, but make sure you're out of harm's way. Be smart and enjoy it and get back home to your family and friends. Here we go. We got them coming through. No problem. They made it right through. Another narrow wheelbase car popping through. I'll give you the number here. 25. 185. Number 185. That's what we have coming through in the water crossing now. Kersplash. Up the hill there. Number 185. That is Rich Kusel, along with Dave Kusel, and it's a 2020 Polaris XP. Good look, more of a solid, more of a square type body on that. Good looking car though. They had no problem pouncing through there. Sounds like we got something heavier behind them. There's like a truck or something coming. For those of you just joining us now, a little bit of a recap. This is day one of the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. Our first vehicle through here this morning was that of truck number 10. That was Brad Bowder. He was our first truck. I don't remember exactly what time it was. It's been a couple hours now since he passed. So he's doing good. He might be nearing to the finish line. I'm not sure. If we do, Sean will be there. Sean Tremini will be at the finish line, catching driver reactions from there. We'll stay out here and keep with live coverage of the race as we have it here up in the beautiful pine forest here, the north side of Highway 3 up into the hills. As I said that, a beautiful breeze just picked up. That feels great. We're going to look. I'll see if, let me see if truck 10 is in the finish line. Brad Bowder. If I can find out. There's my tracking. The tracking is great and seems real accurate. I'm just having a hard time refreshing it for some reason. It very well could be operator error. Me being the operator. Tracking is showing a little different. Tracking is showing 127 in first place. That's Matt Hayden, who was behind Bowder by a few minutes here at least. And this morning, it was maybe 5 minutes different this morning as they went through. So Matt Hayden made up some ground. On Brad Bowder. And Matt right now is at race mile 179. And Brad is tracking behind him. Let's see how far back Brad is. Not that far back. He's at 178. So they're within a mile of each other. Depending on when tracking updated, they could be within, a few feet of each other. So, yeah, the first two cars that went through they came through 1 and 2, and now it's 2-1. So the car that came through as second is currently in first, and they still got quite a ways to go to the finish line. So they're at race mile 179, approaching 180. Well, simple math, I'll tell you that. So they're working their way back into Ensenada. And again, we're at 109, so it took them maybe a couple hours. So it's a rough section up here on the back way through this pine forest, heading back in, get into the bottom part before they drop back in and do their Ensenada return. Comes our next car shooting into frame. This to be a wider wheelbase UTV. A lot of people are pausing there. That's where there's an option of a turn, but the wrong option. And they're dropping back down. We'll catch them coming through the shadow there, and then coming along our waterfront right here. We're going to head into our sketchiness area. We'll get over here and watch our crew safely guide them through it. You could hear the beep of the car. The beep does warn them of impending danger. They did hear the beep, so now they see our crew. They're going to bring them through pretty safe. They're pointing out where the rock is. You can still hear the beeping of the GPS and the tracking telling them, hey, there's a danger there. And they cleared it. Nice job. Nice and safe. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We're dropping into the water crossing. That is car number 213. Car 213. Larry Morales and Vern Finnegan co-driving for him. That's a 2019 Polaris RZR 4-door. Another Polaris RZR. Larry Morales. Nice job getting through there, guys. Someone did. Yeah. Yeah, he's in first. They just went there. He passed him over time. He was second coming through here. He was the second car that passed us. This guy never showed up. So again, we talked about this course being pretty technical, narrow. There's some hairpin turns, and Class 1 is right now our overall leader. You know, there's timing and stuff, but he's up there pretty far. He passed Matt Hilton. So to have that Class 1 in front with these rocks and these turns and everything else, that's not a surprise to see a open wheel car have an advantage. Although those Class 1s are pretty wide, and some of these pathways here are pretty narrow, but both those first two trucks took out that driver's side wheel space as they went through, so they had to be rebuilt by our crew, and the crew did a great job, and they were staying on top of it. And very lucky for our crew over there that that danger zone happens to be covered by a beautiful tree all day, so they're in the shade, not to stand out there in the sun in there. So that's just an added bonus. We are out here in the sun. There's no trees near us, basically. So, but we're up in the vantage point, bringing you the best spot to view the section of course that we're in. So no complaints, just more of an observation, but it's bright and sunny and we're feeling it, but it's okay. It's just so peaceful when you look out here. You know, you got the calm water there, the trees up above. Haven't seen any deer or wildcats, but haven't really been looking for that. Now, we did see the cowboy go by and had his dogs coming through, drinking water out of the lake, lagoon, whatever you want to call this water here, marshy area on the backside. We saw one of the locals get stuck trying to bypass over there. Their truck's over there stuck on the side of the hill. Two guys tried to pull them out, and they thought better of it. Maybe they're going to get a tractor or something. Who knows? There's ranches all throughout here. Like every one section there was maybe, I don't know, a couple football fields away was another ranch. And other than that, it's been, you know, miles apart before we see ranches again. So A lot of wide open areas, but scattered with a few ranches out here. So very nice and beautiful. And man, I can't imagine if it rains super hard out here. These guys aren't leaving anywhere for a while because we went through a few water crossings just getting here, and I can imagine if it's a big rain and those things are rushing, you're not passing. You're waiting till that water subsides to get out of here. But we have clear skies today, so not a worry. Yesterday was our tech day for the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500, presented by Method Race Wheels. We were in downtown Ensenada there, just south of the clock tower. We had a nice tech, went pretty smooth. Multiple vehicles come through. We had a few late arrivals that teched in late last night. Other than that, everything was nice. Everyone was in a happy mood. Of course, it's a Norra race. Everyone's always in a happy mood. People that haven't seen each other for a while, it's nice to see a lot of smiles and hugs, and yeah, just a well-run place. The drivers' meeting was last night. Eliseo Garcia gave his final words to the guys in the drivers' meeting, let him know of certain hazards. Of course, this area being one of them. Was all talked about in the drivers' meeting last night. From there, everyone went off to get their own way, get their final meal in at the restaurants here in Ensenada. There in Ensenada. And had a pretty early evening. It was pretty quiet. Overall, we have our next truck coming into view here. But it was a nice night, and everyone got a good sleep and got up ready for today's first day of racing. And Safari going on the south course, and the rest of the four-wheel drive is coming on this course here, the north course. And we have a truck coming our way right now. Again, stop to see which that turn is, but they continue the right way. Here they come. Looks to be an SUV of sorts. Maybe it's one of those Broncos. I think it's that Bronco with the back off the end, I think. Powering over the top of that. Now they come down. You crest that hill and you can't see nothing as you go over the top. All you see is sky, and then it drops down. You can see the road in front of you. So almost like a roller coaster. When you're going up the hill of the roller coaster, you can't see on the other side, and all of a sudden you're there. That's what that little road is like there. Yeah, that is that Bronco. That's a Ford Bronco, I believe. And to go over here, we'll catch the number of that as it comes through. Now, the Broncos are wider cars, so it's 807, and our crew is going to take care of this one because the Broncos have a little wider wheelbase. You're going to make sure he gets through there safe. Huh? Now they slowed him down. They're clearing him out. He sees our guys in the orange vest. Mark Van Leeuwarden right there. That is the 83 Ford Bronco. They're watching our crew. They're following their directions. Oh, that tire is right on the edge there. Look at that. The camera's picking it up beautifully. It's right on the edge. Hope he stays on there. They're getting around that rock. Kicking it right there. They made it. I don't know if they scraped the rock or not, but they made it through. Good job. The horse? Oh, we got our Porsche. Roth did not make that hill. Two-wheel drive Porsche. That's the Porsche coming up next behind. There he is. He's backing up. Our camera's picking him up in the other one as we have our Bronco going through the water crossing here. Mark Van Leeuwarden. Well, he's working it. Yokohama sponsored. Now we're back to the top of the hill with our Porsche. You see him, he's spinning his wheels there at the bottom trying to make that hill. Our camera's on him. That's our Porsche 911. Not a factory Porsche, by the way. It's had a lot of work on it, but that car is doing what our truck did this morning trying to get over here. We tried it 2 times and said forget it, but they're in the race. They're not going to stop. They're going to keep trying. And that car is very capable. Yeah, no. You know, they had a big sit down with Sean yesterday. at Tech. But right now they're having trouble. They're stopped at the bottom of the hill. And that's the 1989 Porsche 911. I believe that's, what's his name? Jeff Gamroth, yeah. Oh, they got a buggy behind him, and the Porsche is kind of just stuck there on the hill, so we'll see what happens. We got this buggy. It's a small buggy. It looks like a single-seater. There's a single-seater buggy right now behind that Porsche. And the buggy's heading up the hill. I don't know what happened to the Porsche. I don't know where it went. I lost it in tracking there from the trees. The buggy is at the top of the hill. Is that the Bull Weevil? Is that Julie Boyer, maybe? Let's see. Oh, the Porsche is trying hard, kicking up the dirt. Just saw that buggy do it, so he knows he can do it. Just got to get out of there. It's interesting to watch that. But let's see our buggy coming across here. Love it. It's got number 305. That's not Julie Boyer. I believe she's 247, so I don't know who 305 is. That's Rich Minga. There's Rich Minga right there. Yeah, he just said the Porsche I could hear him talking from here across the ravine, saying that Porsche is having trouble getting through. There's Rich Minga coming through as our camera's picking him up right now. Rich, we had a nice interview with Rich yesterday. He is a Norra veteran. That car was at one time driven by Ivan Stewart, among many others. It's a very historical car right there. And there goes Rich Minga. Nice man and great job getting through there. Now we're going to be back concerned with Jeff Gamroth back here in that Porsche 911. Yeah, we talked about it earlier. You guys have been with us all day. We appreciate it. Staying with us here for our live coverage of this 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. And we talked about some of these two-wheel drive vehicles and some of these not as big vehicles are going to have a lot of trouble getting through. Oh, we got the Warfighter Maid is right behind him now. So we got the Porsche down there, and here comes the Warfighter Maid vehicle. So they see the Porsche. I don't know, did the Porsche slide down the hill? Is he off on the side? He might be stuck. He might. The Porsche might need help. We're gonna look. We're gonna send our drone over there, perhaps, and see if the Porsche is stuck. Warfighter Maid is coming through right now. So I'm gonna let our crew over there know. You got the Warfighter Maid truck coming through. He's wide, so you gotta take time. See if that Porsche went off the track. I think he might have. Yeah. So here comes a Warfighter Maid. That's a pretty wide vehicle. So they're gonna have to watch him get through. This is pretty wide track here. They're gonna have to make sure he gets through there. This could be a tough one. We're gonna keep our camera on it. We do have the Porsche stuck back there, but boy, this is gonna be a tough one. Yeah, we're gonna zoom in on this, I think. Watch this path, because there's not a lot of room. Oh, he's turning right into the edge. Got to clear that rock. Nice job. Excellent work on that Warfighter Maid vehicle. Those are all military veterans. They're not afraid of a little rock or falling down a cliffside. Just a beautiful job the Warfighter Maid right there going through. Car number 22, Danny Novoy and Robert Blanton. Good job, guys. That's awesome. It's a 1994 Humvee. So incredible job. Nice job by our crew guiding him through over there. That's a wide vehicle to get through that point there. That's excellent work. We have the driver of our Porsche out of his vehicle. The driver of the Porsche is out of his vehicle. Looks like he needs assistance. His car is not going anywhere. He's probably going to need our chase crew over there to help him out, but we'll see what's happening here. We do have a live race course, and it's hard to get that weight. We don't want to go against traffic on a live race course. But, yeah, I don't think that Porsche is going to get out of where he's at right now on his own. He's standing outside of his car. Maybe he's waiting. I don't know if he's got a tow strap ready. He might be waiting for someone to come through, the next competitor. They're giving it a try. He's almost up. He's almost back on the course. Let's see. I don't know. He's kicking up a lot of dirt, but he might be back on the course. We're watching. Yeah, it's got to be so frustrating for that driver. You know, he's like, come on. Gave it like 2 or 3 times, then he got stuck, and now it's just a sea of dirt right there. And if our camera's picking it up through the trees there. It's beautiful scenery if you're not inside the Porsche right now. It just looks pretty cool, but if you're Jeff Gamroth, you're not having a good time behind the wheel of that beautiful Porsche 911. There it is. The dust cleared up. There he is. It looks like he is on the track, but at the bottom, he's going to have to back up and then try to give it a run. So it looks like his co-driver is out trying to guide him what to do. Yeah. And here comes another vehicle behind him now. So we have another, it looks like a UTV or a buggy behind him. He is on the course, so this buggy is not going to get through him. Let's see what's happening here. He sees him. And don't go the wrong way, buggy. Just wait. There we go. They're waiting. I don't know if we can zoom in and catch the numbers on them, but Gamroth is backing up. The Porsche 911 there is trying to reverse. Again, we told you guys at Memphis all day, we could not make it up a hill. That's our truck you see back there. Gamroth backed up. The buggy got by on the inside, so the next vehicle is coming. It looks like a UTV. Climbing the top, coming down. Looks to be a 4-seater UTV. So he's made it past. Gamroth is trying again, spinning those tires. Looks like he's just digging himself deeper and deeper. But here comes our other buggy. We'll get to the number on the buggy. But what you're looking in the background there is our Porsche 911 of Jeff Gamroth, and just having a hell of a time trying to make it up that hill. So here we go. We got our, we got the Humvee just made it through. This car should make it. They're heeding the warnings of our crew. Slowing down nice. They're getting guided through there. They pointed out the rock to the right. They're narrowing it through. Cody's mom and dad is what I just heard from one of our crew driving that car. We're going to get the number on that car right now as Jeff Gamroth powers through it. And he's not, you got like 8 feet. I feel bad for him. And this is car number 1321. Which is Debbie and Ron Rash, Cody Rash. Debbie and Ron Rash in the 22 Polaris Razor Pro R. Gamroth, he's up. He's up. Can he make it to the top of the hill? He's at the top of the hill. He made it. All right, way to go. Our Porsche 911 cleared that hill. That's perseverance right there, man. That thing was eating him up, and he made it through. That's awesome. Right now he's sitting. He's probably waiting for his co-driver to climb up and get back in the car. And there he is. Just appeared from the shadows. So there's his co-driver going to get back in. Wow, that was tough. I'm glad you guys at home got to, and the guys that are playing hooky from work today got to watch along with us and see that. That was pretty exciting and harrowing all at the same time. But they're back together. He's going. Now he's going to come around the corner here. Good job. Our chase teams didn't have to bail them out. They got out of there themselves. Just working it back and forth. Don't know how much tread is left on those tires, but it was ripping those up pretty good. But hey, he got out of there and he's back running. Jeff Gamroth. That car is just incredible. The things it's been through, and it does these Norra races, and it finishes. They're slowing them down here to get the narrow. It's not that wide of a car. You shouldn't have much trouble. Let's look at the inside. Nope, they're clear. They're clear pretty good. All right, they're coming through. We're going to catch them in our water crossing here. Our next camera is going to be right on them in the water crossing. We'll get a good shot of them here. We'll give him a big cheer if he can see us. I'm going to raise my arms and tell him great job. I'll give him a big scream. I'll see how my voice is going. Here they go. Here they go. Great job! All right! I think they heard that. I'm sure it meant a lot to them. That was awesome. That's great. They made it through there. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's off-road racing. That's great. seeing stuff like that happen is just fantastic. And, you know, to have you guys at home follow along and witness that with us, that's just a beautiful thing. And we're just so happy to be able to bring you this live coverage of the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500 from this great vantage point here in the Pine Forest in Baja California, Mexico. Again, we are on the northern course. This is day 1 of 2 days of racing. So very good. We got one of our crew members now up on the top of the hill where those cars were getting stuck. So we may see some more people getting stuck, but at least we got one of our guys there right now. And the camera's probably picking him up in the orange vest. So there we go. We got the Porsche 911 through. And let's see who's behind him now. Let me see if I can find on my tracking here and check in the background there. So after Jeff Gamrath went through there, we have a little bit of lull in the action. Our next car is about 4 miles back. It looks to be Richard Bartell and his Ford Ranger. And then behind him, we have a number of other vehicles. Number 4, number 1453, number 177. So I'll click on some of these. Oh, that's Max Gordon. So Max Gordon is back there in his Speed UTT. Not sure what that is, but Max Gordon's on his way. Robbie and Max Gordon. 1453 is Clinton Pierce in a Ford Ranger. Right now he's showing at 0 miles an hour, though. He's right at mile 100, and we're at 108.9, 109, so he's 9 miles back, but he's showing at 0 miles an hour. And also we got car number 4. Which is Bruce Gallion. He's at race mile 102, and he's rolling at 35 miles an hour now. We got Max Gordon has jumped up now. Max is now at mile 101, traveling at 30 miles an hour. So he passed that car that was standing still. Yeah, so 1453, if I can pop up again, is updated. He's still at 0 miles an hour, race mile 100. He has stopped at race mile 100. Max Gordon has got around him. Our next 2 cars coming are car number 4, which is Bruce Galen, along with co-drivers Zach Coughlin, Frank Sittler, Andre Ramirez. That's our next car coming through, followed by Max Gordon with a co-driver you might have heard of by the name of Robbie Gordon. So those are our next 2 coming through. Car number 4, which is a Funco Bandito, a nice little buggy. The Funco, and then behind him is Max Gordon. I'm not sure what that car is, a UTT. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're running. If it's a truck, if it's a form of a UTV, if it's a new truck Robbie's working on. I don't know. I didn't see it. He came into tech last night after I had left, so we'll see what happens as they get through here. But that's on our way. Again, we're about probably a good 10 minutes out for them coming through. So we have a little bit of break here. If you guys are at home right now, you want to go make a sandwich and a cocktail. If you guys at work want to go to the water cooler and sneak in whatever you sneak in when you take your breaks, it's a good time now because you got a few minutes until we have some live action in front of us. And we just heard that our first car number 127, is past Ojos Negros, working his way back in. So they're working their way back in from Ojos Negros. That's a pretty good sign. And I don't know how much further it is from there to get out, but yeah, 127. That's Matt Hilton in his Jimco Class 1. That's our first car out there today. And then behind him is Bruce Bowder. So we got the Class 1 in first place today, and Bowder in his trophy truck is in second place. So we got those two right now heading their way in. They're both past the Ojos Negros, heading their way back in. So Sean, they'll be heading your way shortly, I guess. But in the meanwhile, we've got a couple more cars coming. Car number 4, which is the Funko Bandito. It's a Funko, but it's a stretch Funko, so it's a little longer wheelbase. A little 75 Funko. That's Bruce Galion, and then Max Gordon behind him. So those are the next two coming our way. And again, we're here with you live out on the course in the Pine Forest. And Sean Tremita bringing you all the action from the finish line with interviews from the drivers and co-drivers and everyone involved in this race today as they get back to Ensenada and the finish line there near the Riviera Casino Convention Center, right there by the clock tower. The clouds that built up around here about an hour ago have kind of stayed in the same position. They're off to the side. We are in no danger currently of any rainfall out here, which is good. There is a possibility in the forecast, a possibility of that in the forecast for this area. We hope not, because we do have to get out of here. But right now it's perfect coming in, although a little sketchy and we couldn't make it all the way. And Jeff Gamroth knows all about that in his Porsche, but he made it. He made it. The perseverance of Jeff Gamroth paid off. You see now we got two of our course workers spread out here to go. Tracking is showing about 3 miles before the next car gets to us. I'm saying that loud so our course workers can hear it across the, I don't know what to call this, a lagoon, a little lake, a pond. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's really pretty. But I imagine all the animals that live in these hills around here are aware that that's the water source. So that'd be a fun place to camp at night. You might get some visitors. Sure, a lot of cougars and mountain lions that are up here in these hills would probably be around here. This is where they would hang out. I haven't seen any cows actually in any of these ranches up here. We did go a bunch of ranches, but I didn't see any of... Well, right when we turned in off the highway, I did, but once we got in here, we're about, oh, I don't know, 20 miles in from the highway here where we're at, maybe more. Took us a while to get here. Go back to tracking and see if 177 made up any ground on car number 4. Let me take a look here. Car 4 is showing right now at tracking at race mile 105. And 177 is right on his heels, also at race mile 105. Looks like Max Gordon has caught up to car number 4. So Max Gordon may be the next car we see getting through here. There's not many places to pass along that way, but the latest tracking showing them right on top of each other. So, and they both updated at the same time. So number 177 definitely did catch car number 4. So the next car we threw here, if Max gets around him, will be Max Gordon. '177 and car 4 are both at race mile 105. We're 109, so we're pretty close to the next two. Just letting our crew over there know. It's the new way of radio communication, just screaming across the valley. Saves on battery life. And for those of you that are just joining us here, we have been out here pretty much all morning. I think it was just before, somewhere between 10:30 and 11 o'clock when our first vehicle showed. And that was number 10. Here comes our next car. This could be Max Gordon. It's a truck, but I don't know what they're driving. If this is a truck, it's not showing on the radar. But when they stopped where everyone stops where that confusing turn is. I think this might be the San Felipe Co-op team. Huh? It looks like their truck, but oh yeah, it's two-wheel drive. They're having trouble making up that hill. So they're not on tracking. They're not showing on tracking. So I don't know who it is. I won't know who it is until they get here. But again, that happens sometimes on tracking. And you know, Eliseo at the driver's meeting last night telling people, once Stella puts the tracking on, don't mess with it. You know, people want to move it or take it in, think it's going to stall, then they put it back together and it doesn't work. So there's some sort of penalty for not having your tracking work, but I don't know what it is. But, you know, there's other ways. There's people at places, so you can't really skip any waypoints. Yeah, I think that's the San Felipe Co-op racing truck. They're backing up to the bottom to give it another shot. Okay, they're back pretty far now, so let's see what they do. Yeah, it is. It's the cameras are zoomed in. It's our San Felipe boys. Which for all of our chase crews out watching, I know they were very familiar with that truck at last year's 1000. So, San Felipe Co-op. They're pausing right now. Is it for a dramatic effect? We'll soon find out. Oh, my water's hot. Yeah. And we can just pour this right over a cup of soup. It'd work. I might have better than no water. Better than too much water like those poor folks in Florida are dealing with, and probably South Carolina today. Wish them the best of luck as well. So here goes. San Felipe Co-op Racing is just kind of sitting there. I don't know why. They're backing up even more, so. And here they go. Take two. They're gunning it. They're close. It gets really, really sloppy right there. Did they make it? They did. They did. Good job. Good job. It's really loose. Like that little section right before you can see their hood level out is like super soft. Not soft, but gravelly. Yeah, so a lot of spinning tires and stuff. Okay, they're down. They're going to come around. Sounds like they got some transmission issues. It sounds like they're running in a gear that... But they're still running. They're going to slow them down here and get them through. It's not that wide of a truck, but we'll see. Now they're showing them the rock, and now they're coming through. Okay. Well, watch them come through here. They're hugging the rock. Yeah. Our tire's pretty close on this edge, but they're good. They made it. They made it. Good job, boys. San Felipe Co-op Racing Team. Hitting that water crossing right now. Truck number 711. Richard Bartell and Dave Dietrich. Yeah. Every year, our chase teams are here saying every year we have to help those guys out. But so far, they're moving along pretty good. We're at race mile 109, and they're moving along. So all you folks watching in the bars there in San Felipe, watching in Cheneth Museum and Legacy Lodge, Lynn Cheneth and everyone down there, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. All you up at the San Felipe Brewing Company, I know you have us on there as well, and we appreciate it. Shout out to everyone there as well. Again, we appreciate everyone watching our live broadcast here of the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. We are in the beautiful pine forest section here of Baja California. We are north of Highway 3. We're in a beautiful place out here where there's a water area with the trees, pine forest, pine trees around us. Just a beautiful place, a place that's not often raced. Used to be raced back in the day a lot, but in recent years not so much. And we're at a section here where our chase crew guys are helping people guide them through the very narrow part of the course. If you were with us earlier this morning, our first two trucks, number 10 and 127, that's a trophy truck and a class 1 wide body trucks came through there, and that driver's side wheel mark of coming through, it's super narrow. They both dug through and ate it up and caved it in, and our crew's been out there and digging into the side of the hill behind it and filling that back up and filling that back up, and they've been slowing everyone down and getting them through there safe. Otherwise, they'd be sliding down that cliff into the murky waters down below. And once you slide down there, it's going to be pretty tough to get them out. But you see one of our chase crew's truck is staged right there with a heavy-duty winch on the front, so if someone does go down, we should be able to pull them out. Well, that's the thought anyways. So they are working. Where did the finish line comes in? Here comes Max Gordon. I can tell by the color of that UTV. It's that bright orange, that speed color. Max going up that hill now. Where can it get to the top? See, one of our crew guys is right there. There we go. They crested the top, and now they're coming down the hill. Working their way through around the little shadow of the hill there along the waterfront. They're going to come through here, and they're going to get our. They just have the beep from their car. You can hear that beep that tells them of impending danger. So now they're working their way through right here. We have our crew that's going to bring them through here nice and safe. Yeah, they're clearing it. They're doing good. They got around it pretty good. We got another car coming behind them. It looks like maybe a single-seater coming behind them. Can't really tell. Just for his luck. We're going to watch Max Gordon here in the Speed Energy car go through the water crossing. They splash in right there. So again, that's a great shot coming through here. As we see, we got 4 people in the car. So they got the 4-seater, and they're using all 4 seats, utilizing them all right there. We got car number 177, and it is going through, working the hill, coming through there. You can see how small that driver is. Looks like Robbie's riding co-pilot there, and I'm not sure of that young driver in front. I assume it's Max, since he's driver of record. So very good. They made it through. Now we got our, I believe it's a single-seater coming through. No, it's not a single-seater, but it's a buggy. And it's coming through. It's right here under the trees now. It's going into our nervous race course. Car number. Yeah, that's that stretched Funko buggy. That's the car that Max passed a while back that we saw going on. That's Bruce Gallen with Frank Sittler, Zach Coughlin, and Andre Ramirez listed as co-drivers today. Not sure who's in the vehicle right now, but they made it through pretty good. They got them through there. Remember, the next car back there, I think was 1413 from memory. That was stuck at 0 miles an hour, at mile 100. I'll check again and see if they got back going again. There goes our car number 4 right there. That Funko buggy. The Funko Bandito, it's known as. Car number 4, Bruce Gallion. Enjoy. You should have brought a cooler with you. I already told the folks, warm horchata is not a good idea. Yeah, horchata flavor. Not so
That's not warm. It's twilight.
Yeah, it's hot. I've been doing a lot to see who's been calling me. Did live stream stop? No. Nope. See us just asking.
No, yeah.
I'm pretty speaking now.
Nope.
Yeah. We're about a 5 or 8 minute delay, but we're on.
Yep.
I think we're delayed about 5 minutes. What's going on? Nothing overheated. It's still on right now. That's on. Again, you are watching and hopefully enjoying our live coverage here of the 2022 Yokohama Norra 500. And I'd like to give a shout out to Satellite del Norte, Osiris, one of our sponsors. Thank you for the feedback. Appreciate all your help. We've got our 2 cameras, and our top 2 guys, and maybe more by now, are through. The Os Negros are through with this northern section, and they're working their way back into Ensenada. Not much. I don't know how far that part of the course is, but when they get back there, you're not going to miss anything because Sean Cermini and our live crew back at the finish line is ready. They're ready for them. So when they get there, Sean will have the interviews with the drivers as they come across the finish line today and enjoy a nice cold Cerveceria Transpeninsular Norra 500 beer, which sounds really good to me right now. But I'm drinking warm horchata flavored electrolyte. Don't recommend it. So I'm going to try to take a look at tracking to see what's next. We had that one car that was going 0 miles an hour. It was about 8 miles back from us. Let's see if I'm going to refresh my tracking and see what's coming. Race mile 109. We are race mile 109. Yes. You hear me explain to one of our operators here how to find where we are and what just happened, and as we're going through tracking here on our upper course. Bruce McKee, car 1299, is at 107. That should be the next car we see. That's where we're at on the course. That little curve up there. Yeah. Another one of our competitors having trouble with that hill. I just said what number it was, but now I forget. I think I said $12.99, $12.79, $12.99. Yeah, $12.99. Oh, yep, they're backing back down. I'm sure our camera's showing that in the screen there. So he's backing down the hill to get another run. That is Brent McKee. Brent McKee. It says it's a 1988 VW sedan. It's under vintage class 12. So that's what it is. Brent McKee in car number 1299. Another one of the competitors having trouble with that not so easy part of the course, climbing that hill with all that loose gravel. Here they go, trying again. Hike. Yeah, again, and it was rough when we went through there. Now it's just more and more beat up, so I imagine it's even, the degree of difficulty is higher. Yeah. Our whole crew standing up here. A nice cool breeze just shot over this mountainside. It feels great. We all just said, woo, fresh air. All right, they're backing up. They're going to get another run at it. Here they go. They're on the flat spot. They're putting it into the gas. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it, get it. Go, 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 go. Oh, man. They were so close. Oh, they were so close that time. Wow. That's vintage class 12. So not a lot of power in that car, but they're backing up more to get a more of a running start, I guess. And imagine you miss a shift and you're halfway up, it just loses all your momentum. So, yeah, they're going up. They're going back pretty far. All right, they're taking a deep breath. They're getting ready. Maybe taking a swig from their water pack. Saying, okay, come on, this time we can make it. Sounds like I hear another car off in the distance, so might be someone coming up behind him here in a minute. They're still waiting, as we all are. Well, they're looking at that other road, and I hope they don't decide that's a go around, because it's not. But maybe climbing that hill will give them confidence, and then when they find out they're wrong, they have to come back. No, I think their tracker was telling them don't go that way. But they're not going to listen to their tracker, apparently. Well, you're watching as we are, so your guess is as good as mine as what they're doing. Maybe they're going to try to go up the hill backwards. They're going to go, they're taking the wrong way. I think they're hoping that's a workaround, but I don't know. I think they're going to get halfway up that hill and realize that that's not a good idea. Well, there's another car coming over the hill. We heard that car beep from here telling them wrong way, but they're not let that beep discourage them. It's beeping again, telling them wrong way. We can hear the beep. We can hear the beep of their car telling them wrong way, wrong way. Here comes our next competitor. It looks like it is looks like a Volkswagen. We got a VW Bug. Let's see how it climbs the hill. Got a slow start. It's 3/4 of the way up. Come on, little bug. Oh, no, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Yeah. All right, little Volkswagen. Good job. And that other car is still beeping way up on the hill, telling them wrong way, wrong way. That little VW Bug, though, it went up there. We'll see what number this blue Volkswagen coming our way is. Down out of the shadows now, along the water. Here's our guys are slowing him down, getting them through this sketchy part. But that VW's got a pretty narrow car. It should get through there pretty good. Yeah, they got room. They got room. They're getting right through. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Good job. Look at the car number on this Volkswagen. It's 11.99. Sounding strong. Look at that car go. It looks excellent. Okay, the car that went up the hill, it seemed to have found a way, but it's working around, but it's where that truck is stuck on the vehicle. He's just going to take the penalty and try to get there, but he's over there. We're going to get our camera onto it now. You see, we talked about earlier where the local trucks is stuck there, but we did see cars come down into the water and come up this way. So let's see, we got some people down here trying to direct them that they can make it through the water if they go off to the side and drop down into the water here. They're going to get a penalty anyways because they skipped that section, but they might as well finish the race. We got some of our people now trying to just direct them. Run around where that truck is in the rocks. They're not stuck.